In nomine Dei nostri Satanas, Luciferi excelsi. In the name of Satan, ruler of the earth, the king of the world, I command the forces of darkness to bestow their infernal power upon us all. Open wide the gates of hell and come forth from the abyss to greet us as your brethren and your friends. We have taken thy name as a part of ourselves. We live as the beasts of the field, rejoicing in the fleshly life. We favor the just and curse the rotten. By all the gods of the pit we command that these things of which we speak shall come to pass. Come forth and answer to your names by manifesting our desires. Oh, hear the names: Tiamat, Baphomet, Gestas, and Judas, Ahriman, Mammon, and Legion, Kali, Mephistopheles, Ave Satanas. O come, Almighty Lord of darkness, and look favorably on this sacrifice of the elixir of life contained within the chalice of ecstasy and this blackened host we have prepared in thy name. Non bibimus sanguinem. Non edimus corpus. Tole corpus satane. Ave, ave, ave Antichriste. Ave Satanas. By the fires of Hades itself I call forth the 4 crowned princes of hell with the sword of power. From the south I summon thee, the accuser, the adversary, lord of the inferno and the fire. Come forth, Satan! From the east I summon thee, Lightbringer, the enlightened one, the morning star. Come forth, Lucifer! From the north, I summon thee, ground shaker, he who is without master, yoke breaker. Come forth, Belial! From the west, I summon thee, the coiled one, lord of the seas. Come forth, Leviathan! Ave Satanas. From the arid wastes and bleaching bones and nothingness thou cometh into our midst, with parched and swollen lips, with ears thirsting for words of truth. Thy quest has led us to the shrouded and misty subterranean caves of Leviathan. It is from this brine that all life springs forth. Within thee flows remnant sailing seas, maintaining thy kinship with the denizens of the deep. Nameless creatures of Dagon, who borne upon eternal tides, shall sustain thee as they have sustained their land-dwelling brethren in aeons past. Take comfort in thy briny heritage. Ave Satanas. We'll be reading from the book of Leviathan, an invocation to compassion. With the anger of anguish and the wrath of the stifled, we pour forth our voices wrapped in rolling thunder that you may hear. O great lurkers in the darkness, O guardians of the way, O minions of the might of Thoth, move and appear. Present yourselves to us in your benign power, in behalf of us who believe and are stricken with torment. Insulate us in the bulwark of your protection, for we are undeserving of anguish and desire it not. Let that which bears against us be rendered powerless and devoid of sustenance. Succor us through fire and water, earth and air, to regain what we have lost. Strengthen with fire the marrow of our friends and companions, our comrades of the left-hand path. Through the power of Satan, let the earth and its pleasures re-enter our being. Allow our vital salts to flow unhampered, that we may savor the carnal nectars of future desires. Strike down our adversary, formed or formless, that we may emerge joyful and strong from which that afflicts us. Allow no misfortune to allay our path, for we are of each other, and therefore to be cherished. Restore us to power, to joy, to unending dominion over the reverses that have beset us. Build around and within us the exultant radiance that will herald our emergence from the stagnant morass which engulfs us. This we command in the name of Satan, whose mercies flourish and whose sustenance will prevail. As Satan reigns, so shall we own, whose name is as this sound. The Southern Grotto of the Horn God is the vessel whose flesh is as the earth, life everlasting, world without end. Ave Satanas. We'll now be reading tonight's request for our invocation of compassion. We command that these things of which we speak shall come to pass. Good health to Pope Anderson. Joy to Sarah Kaitis. Good health to Pope Phrase. And good health to the Dastur. This we command in the name of Satan. Ave Satanas. For this month's Frog Esbat Moon, full moon service, we'll be reading from the third Enochian key, which establishes the leadership of the earth upon the hands of those great satanic magicians who throughout the successful ages have held dominion over the peoples of the world. Mekama go behiyad. Sodirkom selahe. Zorien biabe oslondohe. Norezoda kahisa otahila gigepahe. Paunid el kahisa tapulime homos pelehe telokahe. Quino, toto regi kahisa, I kahisaji em ozorien. The sata beregida autoris ozodul. Ile e olbala sororesi. Olala talano os es natave. Talugovame saraje. En lanusa capeniale varo essa cala omila. Cosa sabe? Favenu izadope. Armilin agede ginetave. Pauna nanael. Panupire malapirege kawazage. Pilar no anu vanalahe palata advoen. Doya pemara. Kohole, Kohos, Anirano, Mekama, Yehusuzad Kagakom, Odao Inunaore, Mikola Zora Ayam, Kasarameji Gahoa, Sorakare, Aune Gilaji, Orimuna Marapugo, Pelopele, Ananal, Quao. Behold, saith Satan, I am a circle of whose hands stand the 12 kingdoms. 6 are the seats of the living breath. The rest are as sharp as sickles and the horns of death. Therein the creatures of earth are and are not, except in mine own hands, which sleep and shall rise. In the first I made ye stewards and placed you in the 12 seats of government, giving unto every one of you power successfully over the 9 true ages of time, so that from the highest vessels and the corners of your governments you might work my power, pouring down the fires of life and increase continually on the earth. Thus you are become the skirts of justice and truth. In Satan's name rise up, show yourselves, behold, his mercies flourish, and his name is become mighty among us, in whom we say, move, ascend, and apply yourselves unto us as the partakers of his secret wisdom in your creation. Ave Satanas! Ave Satanas! Ave Satanas! So it is done.